for you now is the mother of all treats in its entirety from hardcore hell for the World's Television Championship. Hayden Young, 3 times he has had opportunities at the World's Television title. First, a 10-minute time limit draw with Jeff Lewis. Then a 15-minute time limit draw with Jeff Lewis. Then Jeff Lewis, with a bum leg, or so he claims, gets himself counted out to save the title. Well, now Hayden Young has got his stipulation. It is a lumberjack strap match for the World's Television Championship. There is nowhere left for Jeff Lewis to run.
We're showing this in its entirety?
Every minute of it.
Hey, direct, no. We need to cut this. If you're at the station, cut. Do not show these freeloaders anything in its entirety. Whose decision was this?
The fans deserve to see this match, all of it, right here.
I don't understand around for this.
Well, fans, take a look. The World's Television title is on the line right now.
Is the greatest television champion of all time. Now, I heard you earlier going, 3 times Hayden Young has defeated Jeff Lewis.
I said 3 times Jeff Lewis has not defeated Hayden Young.
Well, whatever
Hayden Young
you said,
only beat Jeff once.
Whatever you said, it doesn't matter, because let me tell you something about Jeff Lewis. 3 times he has successfully defended that television title against Hayden Young. And tonight, the 4th time is going to be the charm. This is it. This is it for Hayden Young. No more title shots. Nothing else. This kid's going to have to hit the road at the end of the night, and Jeff Lewis will once again be the television champion, as he always did.
3 successful defenses does not equate to 3 victories. The men have encountered each other 3 times prior to tonight. The first, they wrestled to a 10-minute time limit draw. The second time, a 15-minute time limit draw. Their third encounter, Jeff Lewis pleaded a bum leg and got himself counted out.
Let me just admit, obviously an insult to injury on Jeff Lewis. Do you see what's on the back of Hayden Young's tight? It says the attraction.
Okay, so it says the attraction.
He can't be the attraction. This is a feature presentation.
So what? Adrian Hawkins' shirt says, I hate Jeff Lewis. What's your point?
See, that's not fair. Why does he have that shirt on? Why does he hate Jeff Lewis? What has Jeff Lewis ever done to him?
Attempted to beat the crap out of him on a couple of occasions.
He deserved it.
Adrian Hawkins, for the record, another person who holds a victory over the television champion.
Oh, now that right there is just plain ludicrous. He stole that victory.
It was a win, and right now, the television champion, I'm looking forward to seeing a drastically different contest than we have seen in their 3 previous encounters. This time, the clock is not a factor. So Hayden Young has one avenue of worry eliminated. He does not have to worry about the time expiring and Jeff Lewis walking away with the title that way. It's a lumberjack match, which means naturally there's no countout. So that is another avenue for Lewis to retain the title that is gone, an avenue that Jeff Lewis looks like he was planning to take.
You know, I got to say one thing now. This right here is so unfair. I mean, this is almost like, let's say, in the NFL. Let's say the quarterback always runs out of bounds, right?
Okay.
Well, then one team gets tired because we're not going to do that anymore. Out of bounds is the top of the freaking arena, on the top of the freaking stadium.
Well, you know, in the Arena League, they have a wall so that you can't run out of bounds in football.
Would you?
And right now,
we're talking about Jeff Lewis.
Yeah, so am I. He's got a hammerlock applied right now to the challenger for the television title, Hayden Young. Reversal of the hammerlock. Jeff Lewis, make no mistake, he has been a fighting champion, and he has racked up more than an impressive record. Good Lord, a shoulder tackle. Looks like it stuns Hayden Young. Jeff Lewis was the first Anarchy television champion. He is now the 3rd Anarchy television champion. And now Hayden Young finds himself in the position of attempting to become the 4th.
Well, Hayden Young can attempt all he wants to, but nothing's going to happen. Jeff Lewis is too good for Hayden Young. Jeff Lewis has got the experience. Jeff Lewis has got the advantage wrestling skill-wise, and he's got the advantage intelligence-wise. Jeff Lewis is a smart man. Hayden Young is from East Cobb County, Georgia, which makes him a dumb man. So here tonight, and they don't even have television in East Cobb County, Georgia. But tonight, Jeff Lewis is going to prove why he is superior to Hayden Young in every way.
Well, Hayden Young shot off. Hayden Young with a shoulder tackle, and down goes the champ. Hayden Young off the rope, makes that two, twice. The television champion takes the canvas, up and over. Now, big flying shoulder tackle. And Jeff Lewis had better look around.
No, that's not fair. They can't use the strap.
Yes, no, let me show you. It says this on our schedule. You see, Lumberjack match with strap for the Anarchy television title. That means they can use them to whip him. You see that?
But they got to try to throw him back in first. They can't whip him and then throw him in. That's not fair. I don't like it.
I don't care if you don't like it. The 300-plus people that have packed out the NWA arena seem to like it just fine. And right now, Hayden Young taking control of the television champion. Jeff Lewis, he has the arm attempting to take away one of Lewis's favorite offensive weapons, that being the final curtain.
You know, speaking of the 300-plus people here at the NWA arena, I didn't realize they were passing out welfare checks in the middle of the month now.
And back to the action, fans. Hayden Young with an arm bar applied to the television champion, Jeff Lewis. Jeff Lewis backing Hayden Young into the ropes, whips him off to the far side, ducks the clothesline. Young comes off. Young thrown clear.
Now they got to spank him. They got to spank him.
They have to make sure that he gets back in the ring. That's the rules of the Lumberjack.
No, wait a minute. They threw Jeff Lewis out there, and Jeff Lewis is getting whipped. They're taking their time. This isn't fair. They got to throw him back in.
Would you stop before you break our monitor? And right now,
why isn't the ref counting? The ref has got to count.
There's no count out in a Lumberjack match.
I don't care. He should count anyway. They're not letting him back in the ring. What's up with that?
Oh, he's back in the ring, see?
Oh.
And right now, big right hand, and Hayden Young is teeing off on the television champion. Sends him to the far side. They send the champion out to the floor. He lands hard. And so what about this? They're not making sure that the guy gets back in the ring.
Jeff Lewis may be hurt. It's an injury timeout.
There's no timeouts in wrestling.
Well, there's countouts. There's not one in this match, so we can throw a timeout to kind of make up for the countout.
It's not the dumbest thing I've said, but it comes close. Well, what for you want, brother? Jeff Lewis once again tastes the leather strap, and right now he's tasting the forearms of one Hayden Young. Hayden Young off the far side, jumps the champ again.
Hayden Young is a house of fire. Now right outside the ring. Now this is what I'm talking about. Turnabout is fair play.
Now they're supposed to throw the guy back in the ring, not mugging.
They'll throw him back in. Here they go. You see? They're throwing him back in. It's fair.
After they beat the crap out of him and try to wear out the leather straps on him.
Okay. It's okay. Hayden Young, according to you, is a tough young man.
Yes, he is.
He can handle it. He's a big boy.
Okay, so when Jeff Lewis gets thrown out of here again, which I'm sure will more than likely happen, as it tends to in this particular kind of match, and, you know, they whittle one of those leather straps down to where it looks like a shoelace on it. That's okay, too, because he's a tough guy. He's a television champion. He can take it.
You shouldn't thank the television champion.
And right now, you shouldn't choke out the challenger to the television title either and try to beat him down, which is precisely what they're doing.
He's asking for it. He spit at Adam Roberts. You don't spit at Adam Roberts.
What has that got to do with it?
You don't spit on Adam Roberts.
And right now, Jeff Lewis pulls the challenger to the television title to his feet. The TV champ puts one right between the shoulder blades. Hayden Young is in a bad, bad way right now.
Well, Hayden Young was in a bad, bad way when he woke up this morning on his way to the arena because he knew he's not in the same league as the feature presentation, Jeff Lewis. And now Jeff Lewis just toying with Hayden Young.
Which if the last three contests kicked out by Lewis, if the last three encounters have taught Lewis anything, it should have been that you do not toy with Hayden Young. Hayden Young trapped in that reverse chin lock, and the crowd here at the arena behind the challenger to the television title.
Well, all these idiots here, they can closely identify with Hayden Young. I mean, There's no running water in East Cobb County, Georgia. There's no running water in Cornelia, Georgia. Cornelia, Georgia, however, does have television sets. They just don't work.
And Hayden Young off the far side and sent flying to the floor again in the wrong part of town. As once again the Lumberjacks go to work on barely famous Hayden Young.
Well, Hayden Young was trying to jump out of the ring and run away from Jeff Lewis. And thank God for Alabama attitude and I guess a returning Nick Halen to get Hayden Young. I mean, to get Hayden Young back in the ring. You know what? Because let me tell you, Jeff Lewis wants to see this match in fair and square.
Sure he does.
He does. That's why the Lumberjacks are here.
He wants to see this match end with him walking away with 7 pounds of silver again, and I don't think it really matters to him how.
He'll walk away with it. Don't you worry about that kid. Because Hayden Young, that's why I said.
Cover 2 as a 300 plus packed into the arena voiced their opinion of their television champion. And right now, Jeff Lewis pulls the challenger to his feet. Cinching up, looking for a vertical suplex, perhaps. Has him up, high in the air, letting that blood rush to his head.
Yeah, because we know he's going to go into the brain.
Big suplex from Jeff Lewis. Cover 2. Didn't hook the leg and didn't get the 3 count.
Now, you see, the referee counted slow on them, but let me tell you right now the way it's going to be. When Jeff Lewis walks out of this match tonight as the television champion, Hayden Young is up to one very considerable advantage.
And what is that?
When he goes to work at McDonald's, he won't have to wear one of those little hair nets while he's flipping burgers, because he has no hair.
Jeff Lewis choking out the challenger to the television title. I promised myself I would try to behave and not snap at you sometimes for the first season. You're making it very hard. And right now, Hayden Young firing away at the television champion.
Well, Hayden Young right there, sunset flip over.
Right now, cover with the sunset flip. And only a 2 count. Hayden Young ducks the clothesline into the ropes and just eats the knee of the feature presentation, Jeff Lewis. Lewis in the corner, big elbow drop. Looked like that might have been right in the eye. Cover hooks the far leg, and only a 2 count.
Hayden Young, Jeff Lewis is always one step ahead of Hayden Young. That's all there is to it. And that's exactly why Jeff Lewis is about to walk out of here, the television champion. Jerry Palmer thought that arming these people with straps and surrounding them around the ring would be a disadvantage for Jeff Lewis. Jeff Lewis has taken a negative and turned it into a positive, and he's going to prove it once and for all here. He's just toying around with Hayden Young. Any minute now, he's going to hit that curtain call, and that's going to be it.
All right, now, he's got that reverse chin lock in place, got the knee posted, no doubt setting up for the final curtain. And right now, Jeff Lewis finds himself firmly in control. Hayden Young trying to break the hands, interlocked here, of Jeff Lewis. And the crowd seems to be of the opinion that Jeff Lewis sucks.
Well, you know what? That's not fair. That's a distraction to the television champion. They can't sit here and have language like that. What has Jeff Lewis ever done to these idiots to deserve that kind of treatment?
We only have 3 hours, JJ. Right now, elbow, as Hayden Young has broken the hold, trying to weaken the television champion. Sends him into the ropes. Hayden Young comes off the side, elevated up and over the top rope. He caught himself on the apron. Hayden Young springboard and caught with a punch in the midsection by Jeff Lewis, who had that move very well scouted.
That's why Jeff Lewis is the greatest television champion ever. You never listen to me, Hunter. That's all he does, is he watches videotape after videotape of these guys. And Hayden Young is no exception. And Jeff Lewis right there going outside. Wait a minute, what's Hayden Young doing? Oh, big clothesline there, Greg Hunter.
Hayden Young knocks him to the floor, and the Lumberjacks taking full advantage of the situation.
They can't do that. They got to throw him back in the ring.
Well, hey, it was perfectly fine when Alabama Attitude and Nick Halen were doing it. The TV champ is tough. He's a big boy. He can take it. That all sounds real familiar for some.
No, that's not fair. When Alabama Attitude did it, it was because Hayden Young was trying to crawl away. Jeff Lewis was actually trying to get back into the ring, and they were impeding his progress of getting back in the ring. I'd say you disqualify Hayden Young right now.
I couldn't even if I wanted to. I'm not the referee. Brent Wiley is.
Well, he's a friend of yours.
Well, he's counting at the moment. If neither man gets to their feet, just as good for Lewis because it ends in a draw and he walks away as the champ. Referee
Stay down, both of you go down.
Would you shut up? And now, both men to their feet. Big right hand from Lewis and return fire from Hayden Young. Another right hand. The two men trading blows back and forth in the middle of the ring. Right hands from Lewis. To Lewis from Young. Young sends him into the ropes. Looking for the big back body drop.
Greg Hunter, this is our first title defense here at Hardcore Hell, and what a match it's been. Both these men giving it their all. Jeff Lewis giving it a little bit more than Hayden Young because Hayden Young is just not a superior athlete as Jeff Lewis. Oh, right there, Greg Hunter.
Jeff Lewis with a modified powerbomb, 2, and only a 2 count. Lewis hooked the near leg, didn't get all the weight across the shoulders of one Hayden Young.
What is wrong with this referee? Why can't he just go 1, 2, 3? That's all you had to do is count to 3, and he didn't even do it. He counted 1, 2. That's too slow. You gotta go 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's too fast. Right now, Jeff Lewis firmly in control. Jeff Lewis got caught. Hurricanrana hooks the leg, 2, and again a 2 count.
That, you know, Hayden Young, I don't know where he's getting all this energy from, but I mean, he's got to slow down. He's got to calm down. And Jeff Lewis is going to pick it up here, just like he did right there.
Sit out powerbomb, 2. Perfect counter to a second attempted Hurricanrana.
You know, I have a feeling that if Hayden Young had a bullet wound in his head, this referee still wouldn't count to 3.
Brent Wiley is a qualified NWA official.
That's your opinion.
Well, it's not just my opinion, it's the opinion of the NWA. Otherwise, he'd be out of a job. Hayden Young firing away at the television champion with right hand and forearm blows. Scoops him up for a slam, deposits him right in the center of the ring. And Hayden Young looks like he wants to fly. He heads up to the high rent district, and Jeff Lewis is up. Jeff Lewis! Super German suplex!
And that's going to be it right there. Hayden Young is dead. Get the shovels, find yourself a cement tombstone. It's over with. Jeff Lewis is still your television champion.
If he can get the cover, you may well be right. Jeff Lewis inching his way over to the challenger. Right. Hooks the leg. 2! Hayden Young has still got a shot.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
That's the slowest count in the history of professional wrestling. Brent Wiley is a moron. He's an idiot. What's wrong? Can he say 3?
Well, he got to 7 a minute ago. And right now, Jeff Lewis
by 1.
raining down right hands onto the forehead of the challenger for the television title. Misses the elbow. Hayden Young nips up. Hayden Young, backflip enziguri. Lays out the champ. And what in the world is Adam Roberts doing? Well, Adam Roberts gets knocked off the apron. That's what he's doing. And now, the Lumberjacks are going at it on the floor. And Hayden Young's had enough. Did you see that? Springboard shooting star press. And he wipes out the world.
Hayden Young right there, like you said, taking his attention off of Jeff Lewis.
Speaking of Jeff Lewis, he's got that belt and he is wrapping it around his fist.
It's a Lumberjack strap match.
Yeah, that means the Lumberjacks have the straps, not the competitors.
It's okay. If one of the competitors lose their strap, if one of the guys out here, the Lumberjacks, use their strap, the competitor can pick it up and use it. It's true.
Hayden Young is back in the ring. He doesn't have a clue what in the world. Big right hand.
That's it. That is going to be it. That's over with. It's done. It's finished. Jeff Lewis is going to retain that television title. Hayden Young back to the bottom of the heap.
Jeff Lewis just dimmed the lights with that loaded punch. Covered, not this way. Come on. 2! Hayden Young
There's no way. He used the belt. He hit him with a belt, and he knocked him out. How did he knock out for two?
It doesn't look like he knocked him out to me. The Lumberjacks are going at it. Nick Halen trying to interfere. He gets stopped by Skeeter Frost. The Lumberjacks are carted all to the locker room area.
Well, just as well. Now, Jeff Lewis, what you need to do, Jeff, is you need to put Hayden Young away, or you need to get outside the ring.
Well, there's still two Lumberjacks at ringside, Adrian, Hawkins, and Randall Johnson. But right now, Hayden Young is making a good case.
There's no way. There's no way. Come on, Jeff. Get up. Get up, Lewis.
He's up on the top rope. Lewis follows him up. Lewis got caught. No! Flash! 1, 2, new television champion. Let's go to Eddie Rich for the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the new NWA Anarchy television champion, Hayden Young.
3 months. 3 months, Jeff Lewis. 3 months you ran from me, and I couldn't catch you. But tonight, March 11th, 2006, Hardcore Hell, I caught you in a Lumberjack match. Took 3 long months. But I got you. I did it. And I became the world television champion. And you can come back and you can try again. But in 3 months, I learned a whole lot about you. I learned how to beat you. So come on back, Jeff Lewis, and I'll beat you again.